Good morning, grade 7. It's teacher Salma. Hope you are having a very nice day. So today we will take our grammar lesson, which is the past simple of verb to be. Okay? The past simple of verb to be. طيب. Grade 7 لما أنا بدي أجي أحكي عن ال past simple لل verb to be أول إشي ال verb to be اللي هو in verb 1 لما يكون بفورم ال verb 1 اللي هو ال present simple بيكون عندي as you know اللي هو is, are and am right so لما بدي أجي أحول ال present simple ال verb 1 لل verb to be from is, are and am to past simple بدي أحولها أنا للماضي من ال verb to be it will become was and were okay so here let's write it here okay yes let's write it here so the verb one of verb to be اللي هما is, are and am okay when I would like to change it to verb 2 which is the past simple of verb to be it will become was and were okay yes was and were yes I think it's clear right here yes let's put it here okay so the verb 1 of be the verb 1 of be as we said is, are and am and when I would like to change it from verb 1 who is present simple grade 7 to verb 2 which is the past simple من المضارع للماضي I change it to was and were okay so here in this grammar lesson I would like you to understand when I can use was and when I can use were. So let's move to the affirmative sentence. And what I do mean by the affirmative sentence, let's make it like this one اللي هي البوزيتيف يا grade 7. لما دائما تذكروا إنه affirmative sentence اللي هي الجملة المثبتة positive sentence. Okay, and as we know in English, we always start with the subject, okay, with the subject, then the verb. Okay, whenever I have is a singular subject like I, she, he, and it, I should put was with them. But whenever I have they, we, and you, which are the, let's say, the plural subject, okay, whenever I have a plural subject, like they, we, and you, we should put were to them, okay? In the negative form of the sentence اللي هي grade 7 الجملة المنفية okay so the negative form الجملة المنفية okay whenever I have a singular subject as we said here I, she, he, and it we put was as we said in the affirmative sentence but in this sentence or this form of sentence which is the negative form we should add not to was in order to become wasn't okay it will become wasn't طيب let's move to the plural subjects whenever I have a plural subject like they, we, and you as we said in the affirmative sentence we should put were but in the negative form we should add not to were in order to become weren't okay weren't it will become weren't okay let's move to the form of a question okay the form of a question اللي هو حكينا السؤال. Yes. السؤال. طيب. Grade 7 لما أنا بدي أعمل سؤال whenever I want to make a question not only in the past simple verb to be whenever in English, okay? Whenever I want to make a question, you should know that I should switch between the subject and the verb. So the verb will become at the beginning of the sentence, then it will be the subject, okay? So I should start with the verb, then the subject. So here, whenever I want to ask about a singular subject like I, she, he, and it, I should ask about them with was. But whenever I want to ask about a plural subject, which like let's say they, we, and you, I should ask about them by where. Okay, so was, then the subject, then where, then the subject. Okay. Yes, let's move to the examples. So the first one, she wasn't beautiful. Okay, so here in this sentence, we add wasn't or we used wasn't because of the subject. Okay, so grade 7, you should know that I choose to add wasn't or weren't or was or were because of the subject. So it's dependable, okay, on the subject. It's related to the subject. If the subject is singular, we should add was. If the subject is plural, we should add were. So she wasn't beautiful. The second one is I was at my friend's house yesterday. So here I used was because of the subject, which is I, okay, and it's a singular subject. Then look at the question. Were they at work? Why I put here the were, okay? لأن هون حطيت الوير grade 7. I put were here because of the subject that I am asking about. مين السبجكت اللي أنا عم بسأل عنه؟ I am asking about they, and they is a plural subject which I should use with it were, the verb were. Okay. The last sentence is where we were tired yesterday. Here we used were because of the subject we, which is a plural subject. Okay, let's move to the exercise here. Complete the sentences by using past simple of be. As we said before that, look at the first sentence. It, yes, it called yesterday. هلا grade 7, whenever you should use the past simple, the verb be will become at the end of any of the sentences that you are trying to answer it, okay, with form be. This is the base form. grade 7 هذا البيس فورم، الفعل المجرد من الفعل be يلي جاي منه was were. Okay, as we write it here, verb 1 be, this is the verb 1, okay, اللي هو أصلا is, are, and am. طيب أنا هون بدي أحول هاي البي ل past simple، بدي أعملها past simple اللي هي was and were. And also we said that I choose to either was or were because or related to the subject that I am talking about. So here we have it, okay, and it takes was. So it was called yesterday. Here we choose what we chose was because of the subject it, which is a singular subject. The second one, we were late for the meeting. Here we have we, and we is a plural subject, so we used were. Okay. You were in the library when I called you. So you, as we said, is a plural subject, and we should use were with it. The people we met last night were French. Here we used were because of the subject, which is the people, and people is more than a one person. Okay, it's a plural subject. هو إيش؟ فاعل جمع. grade 7. Okay, so we should use were. That woman wasn't Spanish. Okay, look at it, grade 7. That woman. I said woman, not women. When I said women, it's a singular subject اللي هو الفاعل المفرد. And also, we said that it takes a was, but we put it here wasn't because of the brackets. Whenever you should make a negative sentence راح يكون محطوط عندك grade 7 انه بالbrackets not plus b. يعني انت مش لحالك راح تقرر, you are not the one who decides if it's a negative form or it's an affirmative form. Okay, it will be written in the brackets. Okay, so here we have not and be, so we should add not to was, and it will become wasn't. We weren't tired when we arrived, not be. طيب, we should here weren't, we used here weren't because of the plural subject, which is we, and we add not because of the not in the brackets. The test, which is a singular. Okay, it's not tests. Okay, it's not test, it's a test. Okay, so it's a singular subject, so we used was with it and not. The test wasn't easy. And where were you last week? Here we used were because of the subject that I am asking about. Okay, whenever you want to decide, you either to use was or were in the question, please look at the subject that you are asking about. If it's a singular subject, you should use was, and if it's a plural subject, you should use were. And here we have you, and it takes where. Okay, the last one, here I am asking about it, and it is let's say a singular subject, so we should ask about it by was. So was it warm there? Okay, let's move to your student book, page 80, question number 1. Here we have in the first box, okay, in the first box, the affirmative form of the past simple of verb to be. So here in let's say sentence number A, he, she, and it. In affirmative sentence, it takes was. Okay, in question in sentence number here B, sentence B, we have they, and they in the affirmative sentence takes were. Let's move to the second box here, negative form of past simple of be. Okay, sentence here C. Okay, sentence C, we have he, she, and it takes wasn't in the negative form, and D, they takes weren't in the negative form. In the question form, E, which is in sentence E, I, he, she, and it, I asked about them by was. Okay, I asked about them by was. So was, I, he, she, and it. Okay, and in the F sentence, we use were to ask about you, we, and they subjects. Let's move to the short answers. Whenever I have, yes, G, the sentence G. Whenever I have an answer that starts with yes, I, he, and she, I should use was. Yes, I was. Yes, she was. Yes, he was. And yes, it was. Okay. And the اللي هي sentence H. Okay. No. وفي عندي أنا هون no مع singular subject اللي هي I, he, she, and it. So I should put or use no, he wasn't, no, she wasn't, no, it wasn't. Okay. In sentence I, okay, here we have yes, we, you, and they, okay. Whenever I let's say answer yes about a plural subject, we said that we should use were. So yes, we were, yes, you were, and yes, they were. Okay, and the last one, which is sentence J, okay, here we have no, we weren't, no, you weren't, and no, they weren't, okay, because it's a plural subject. Okay, thank you, grade 7, for your listening. We're done for today. Hope you will have a very nice day, and see you tomorrow, inshallah. Thank you.